Hi, my name's Haley, and for the Biosensor device interview, I decided to interview a woman back home who has two boys with type 1 diabetes. Their ages are 6 and 3, and I felt like she was a good candidate because she does know the devices pretty well since she is in charge of taking care of not one but two young boys and capable of handling it themselves. So for the first question, I asked what type of biosensor they use currently. She responded with a Tandem T-Slim insulin pump and a Dexcom G5 glucose monitor. So both of those boys each have one of those of their own that they use at all times. My next question was, does it monitor blood sugar alone or does it inject insulin as well? She responded that the T-Slim insulin pump gives continuous insulin and the Dexcom monitors their blood sugars. There are two separate devices, however the pump and the Dexcom are integrated, so your pump alerts you with sound or vibration when blood sugar is out of range. And she's able to use this on her smartphone. It sends it continuously to her smartphone, so she's able to check them throughout the day. And my next question was, how long have they used this one, and what did she use beforehand? She said that we used the Dexcom G5 for 1 year now, and previously they had the G4 for 3 years. The T-Slim, which is the insulin pump, is the first pump the boys have had. They were on shots before getting the pump of December of 2016. The fourth question is, did you have any concerns before using this device? And she replied that she had a lot of concerns. She responded with, technology is great when it works, however we worry pump malfunctions. I would not pump without the Dexcom because the Dexcom will alert us when we're out of range so we can take immediate action. Other concerns were skin reactions to the adhesives, which we do encounter, with the boys playing with their pumps and bolusing insulin themselves, and worried how change sites would go because the change site has to be every 3 days. And with the adhesive, she meant that since the boys go and play a lot in the dirt and they run around outside and sweat, that she was worried it wouldn't stay for the full 3 days and that they would have to continuously change like every day. However, so far it's been good for her in that it's pretty good to stay for 3 days. The fifth question is, how have your concerns changed since using it? She replied, I would say my concerns haven't gone away, but once you get used to the change, the worries become a part of life. We do still have issues with skin reactions, and I do worry about my children bolusing themselves with insulin on accident. But we watch them very closely and keep our 2-year-old pumps inside a belt like a fanny pack. Sometimes the boys do great during change sites, and other times they fight, but it seems to come and go in stages. Sixth question was, how often do you use your device in one day? She said that both devices are used 24/7, and the pump giving insulin every few minutes, then extra insulin with carb intake. The Dexcom gives us readings every 5 minutes, and this data is shared to my personal phone so I can keep track of my kids and keep them safe while they are playing. And I want to add that I feel this is a very good part because her 6-year-old's now in school, and so I feel that it gives her a good sense of security knowing that she can check on her 6-year-old and know like, oh, this is about the time for PE, I wonder how well he's doing. So little stuff like that. Next question was, how has the device positively or negatively changed your family's quality of life? She responded that this device in many ways have made our lives easier. It gives a lot of ease to my 6-year-old's teacher at school, and I'm able to watch his blood sugars from home and communicate with his teachers based on what I'm seeing on my iPhone. Plus, his teacher is able to bolus insulin at school, so I do not have to worry to go to school for lunch and give insulin. Some negative things are that when pump sites fail from bent cannulas or being pulled out of the skin, we have episodes of large ketones and vomiting. They have to walk around with 2 devices attached to them, and in order for me to see their Dexcom readings, they have to carry an iPhone at 2 and 6 years old. Overall, their AC1s are lower since starting the pump and Dexcom. Next question was, how have her boys adjusted to using the device? She says both kids act like the pump is just part of them. The littlest one actually cries when his pump comes off her bath because he is attached to his, as he calls, pumpy. They are absolute strongest little boys I know, and during change sites every 3 days or less, their pumps, and every 7 days for their Dexcom. The device keeps them alive every day, and as young as they are, they're able to understand that. Let's see. Then 9th question was, since using the Dexcom, have you seen improvements in the boys' health, i.e. their A1C? She says absolutely. Since starting both the pump and Dexcom, the boys' A1C dropped from 8s to low 6s. The littlest one started the devices almost immediately after being diagnosed and has an excellent A1C in the 6s ever since as well. He actually was diagnosed with an AFC of 5.7, and so it's been doing pretty well. And her oldest boy was diagnosed around the age of 1 and is now 6, so it's pretty significant that it's helped that much within the past year. And like she said, her littlest one was caught pretty well and has been using the device pretty much ever since he was diagnosed. Last question, if you could change anything about the device, what would it be? She replies, for the sites to last longer than 3 days, but I understand why we have to change them and rotate. I would also love for the pump and the Dexcom to work together. If Dexcom alerted a high number, I would love for the pump to respond and give insulin based on that reading. There is a pump out there by Medtronic that does this, but it does not use Dexcom, and their continuous glucose monitor system is not shareable, which means I would not be able to see their blood sugars on my phone, and the pump is only approved for ages 14 plus right now. So it seems like in the future she'll be able to use something like this, but right now that's what she has. And that's all I have for this interview.